Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Dream Chronicles. So today's story, I suppose, is very interesting. At least it is to me. So I'm hoping it is also to you. Last night I had an interesting dream, quote unquote dream, and it was pretty fantastical, and I was thinking I could maybe put a description in ChatGPT, or in any kind of AI image generation tool. But I don't think that they would be able to really, what's the word? I don't think that they would be able to draw what it is I experienced. So I'm going to try my best and describe it to you. It might be better if I wrote this down because I'm better at writing than I am at speaking, but I might as well practice. So I awoke in this dream and I was very high, very, very, very high in the sky. And it must have been, I don't even know how I would measure it, 15,000 feet at least. I was above any of the skyscrapers that I saw, and those must have been at least, like 80 or 100 floors up at least. So I was all the way, I was in the stratosphere. Okay, I was really high up. And I was riding on this, I guess, train or tram, or I was in movement in any case. And as I was looking down upon the skyscrapers and the world below, I noticed how clear the sky was. There was no mist, there was no fog, there's no pollution, there's no light refraction, there's no reflections on anything. It's just perfect clarity and focus. And so I'm looking down upon the world and it's incredible because it looks futuristic, right? So it looks like it's today, but clean and bright and vivid, but also the architecture is smooth, also clean. It's not sterile, but it's the clarity of the image was incredible. Terrible description. So I'm looking down, right? And I see all these buildings, I see the skyscrapers, I see this, it looks like some kind of zone. Oops, there was the mic. It looks like a zone of other structures just in a square, right? And as I'm thinking, I'm examining this and I'm starting to question it. Like, what is this? Where am I? And then as soon as I start doing that, that's when I start coming out of this dream. And I'm thinking, hold on, I don't want to leave. And then pitch black, and suddenly I'm in the tram again. But this time I enjoy the experience, and this time I am not questioning anything. And so I'm in this moving vehicle. It's essentially a tram or a streetcar or like a bus, but it's in the sky and it's super, super high up. And it's going through all of these apartment complexes. It's going in between all these buildings, and it's going up higher and lower, and it's going through these incredible mountainscapes. The colors, I'm telling you, the colors were like no other colors we've ever seen. Yes, there were blues. Yes, there were greens and orange and red. But the combination, the hues, the intensity, the clarity of these colors was just so different than what we experience here in the 3D. And I was going towards this nature reserve, I suppose, or this mountainous natural area. And it was just so incredible because At one point, we were in this almost like a canyon, I suppose. But we had mountains on one side and mountains on the other. And then below us was this winding, shifting waterway. And some parts had water, some parts did not. Some parts had puddles and ponds and whatever else. Trees on the side and big rocks, jagged rocks. And I noticed that as we were going through these amazing landscapes, that everyone was either enjoying what they were seeing, they were looking out the window, but they were talking to each other. They were smiling. Ugh, just thinking about it makes me emotional because you don't see that nowadays. Okay, pause. Okay, so they were looking at each other. They were smiling. They looked at each other like they all appreciated each other. Gosh. And it's not like, oh yeah, you're nice, you're a good person, I like you. It's more like, I see you. And I love you the way you are. It's like that kind of like, it's almost like everyone had a platonic but incredibly loving, beautiful relationship with each other. And then with all of this, you have the amazing scenery all the way around you, and everything feels so light. The air is light. The sky is clear and light. The sun it's not intense, but it's bright. Everything just feels better. And the last part that I remember is looking down as we're going through this mountainous ravine kind of area. And I see this area that doesn't have any water. And there's rocks, and it's kind of like, where did the water go? Like before there was water, and then suddenly there was no water. It was kind of like a weird empty space, I suppose. Waterless ravine, waterless rapid. And that's the last part I remember. And when I woke up, so-called woke up from this, as I was coming into my body again, as I was like starting to open my eyes, I said something like, "Thank you for this experience, higher self." So I thought that was pretty amazing, because although I did feel like myself in this dream, I also did feel like I was not myself. You know what I mean? So I think I connected with my higher self and where she lives, basically. Excuse me, did my voice just get deeper? Okay. Hold on, let me, deeper or groggy? I don't know, which one do you think it is? And so I was waking up, and I thanked my higher self, and I suddenly realized the 3D is so flat. It's so flat. Like yeah, fine, we have shadows, we have hues, we have colors, we have gradients, but it's just so like, there's no other way of saying it. It's just flat. There's no vibrancy. There's no gentle, this is going to sound contradictory. There's no gentle intensity. I'll show you what I mean, because I was thinking, there's an ink company. And I love their calligraphy inks. They're beautiful. I was actually thinking of working with them with another project, but that project is put on pause for, I don't know, a while. But their inks are like how I saw the colors in this 5D space. And let me tell you, if these inks, if these colors were how we saw the world, I think we would be a lot more appreciative of what we have. And another thing about this 3D space is because of how compressed and compact it is, it feels heavier and denser. And this 5D space felt completely different. Yeah, it was just wonderful. And I lost my train of thought. I'm just imagining now where was I going with the inks and the colors? I think I said my point. But yeah, it was incredible. So oh yes, that's right. Haha, that's where I was going. So because thank you for the reminder. So because of how flat and boring, at least in appearance, that this world is, it made me think this is a very basic, poorly reconstructed copy of the 5D, and perhaps even the 6D, but the 6D I'm assuming is ethereal and perhaps energy-based more so, or maybe frequency-based more so than physical. Because the 5D, it was still physical. I was still in a physical landscape. It was just at a level above what we have here. So the 3D is very much a bad copy of the 5D. And this made me curious about not only what the Gnostic traditions say about the Demiurge and his archons, but also what David Icke says about living in a simulation, a bad simulation copy of prime reality or prime Earth. So digest that for a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to include that into my research, because that got me thinking that perhaps I'm on the right track. So that was my wonderful experience, and hopefully at some point in human history we can stop calling them dreams, but there you have it. I'll talk to you next time, and have a good day or evening or night, and sweet dreams.